People of YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's me again, John Rider, and thank you for coming back to the channel. And before started, there are a few things that I have to address first. So first of all, I'm not sure in the near future the audio quality of the microphone will improve, because here's the deal. The current microphone that I use right now is basically a headset, but I cut the microphone part and put it in helmet. And I also tried to build a lavalier microphone, and it is very oversensitive and it's very bad. And if I speed up like maybe above 60, both microphone will make a very noisy with noise. So I either have to wait until there are no wind at all, or I have to go slow. And obviously I will take the second choice, to go slow, so I don't need to hurry when I need to go home. So just take the time. Okay. With that in mind, the topic that I want to talk about today is about manners. And why manners? Because it's just an interesting topic that all people should do and at least know that it had to be done at all time, maybe. So yeah, and there will be a lot of cuts between the points, because it's all in my subconscious, and I do make a list about it, but I tend to forget the list, so maybe I have to remember again what I will do when I meet someone. So yeah, and the first three of the manners that is important is very easy. You only need to say it with your mouth. The first one is thank you, I guess. Yes, thank you. Because think about it. If someone help you, you only need to say thank you, basically. It's more than enough to be polite. Just say thank you. And thank you is understand self-explanatory, I guess. And the second one is the word sorry, my bad. It is very like a must use. When you make a mistake, you say sorry. And for the my bad part, basically I learned it that it's just like a nice additional at the back, because from what I see, like here, if it's not fully your fault or your mistake, but you say also my bad, the other person will like tend to really feel bad, because it's like you take all the responsibility of the fault. So yeah, it will make them feel bad too. And the third one is word please. It's where when you want to request for someone's help, like, can you help me please? It is not a big thing, but it will certainly make a difference when you say please, because it will make you look like more polite. Okay, that's the first three. And then when you meet someone for the first time, especially for the first time, from my own perspective, it will be much better, like if you're sitting when the person come, it's better for you to stand up when you meet them. First one is stand up, okay? That's the fourth point. And the fifth one is when you stand up, give them a firm handshake. Like, don't just go limp and just like touch your hand, like a ticklish hand, and just move it up and down. It will make a bad first impression. And believe me, first impression is almost everything. And even though you know that it's not bad, it is not good to judge someone, but first impression really set everything for the future. So yeah, make sure to give first impression by standing up and firm handshake. And then I forgot how many of it, but let's just continue. And then it's about politeness. So here, when you are unhealthy, right? Like you're coughing or sneezing, always close your mouth, man. Like, think about it. Imagine you're sitting at a table, right? And then the person next to you, he or she is unhealthy. Can you calm down? Okay, so he or she is unhealthy, and then they sneeze or cough, and then suddenly when they sneeze, their saliva hits your hand. Like, it's gross, man. So please don't be like them. Close your mouth, or at least at least just don't look at them when you sneeze or cough. It's a very basic knowledge to be polite like that. Oh yeah, one more. When you speak to someone, right? When you speak, look into their eye, because they will take you more seriously when you look to their eye. So, I guess. What else I forgot? Oh yeah, this one is can be applied for both language, but it is for me personally, it is more applicable if you speak in English. Let's fill up the gas first. Fuck. Okay, continuing from speaking. Okay. So here's the deal. So it works both way. Either you speak English or Bahasa, but for me, it is more preferable if you speak English for this point. So, okay, we have to admit that this is Indonesia and English is not our first language. Okay, that means there are a lot of people who cannot speak English, or at least have basic understanding of English, and cannot listen to someone who speaks very fast. Okay, and when you speak, or you're in a condition when you have to speak English, trust me, it is better to speak slowly, but the message can be sent properly to the other person, rather than like showing off you can speak English fast, but the other person don't understand. Like, think about it. It's called communication. You communicate with others, make them understand what you want to say. Oh, okay. Just remember again. So, I also read somewhere that basically, if you want to help another person, don't just come and offer your help. Try to observe, does the person really need help or not? Or maybe just wait until they ask for your help, because they say it is more polite, and it doesn't like come barging in and say, hey, let me help, and those kind of thing. And also here, it is not for when you meet someone new, but it's the thing that you have to treat everybody like this. Okay, so for me, treat everybody with respect, no matter who or she is, because I have this experience, right? So one day I was like giving a tour around for the science ground, and then there's this guy, like big fat guy, like he really is very swaggy, like did not come with the proper shirt and those kind of thing. And then I think that maybe just another normal person. But then I remember that I always say don't treat others with disrespect, always respect others. Okay, so then I take him around, and then I don't know at that point who he is, right? And then at the end of the event, there's this like Shark Tank kind of thing where they have to pitch for money, and that guy, it turns out he is a PhD, and he is a science printer, and he has a science consultant company, which is kind of crazy that he doesn't look like that kind of person. So yeah, treat everybody with respect. And there's this one word that I always remember from my teacher that said, if you meet somebody who don't understand something and you understand it, don't scold at them and don't mock at them, but teach them, because there's no use to mock them. By mocking them or angry at them, it will not help them, it only brings them down. But teach them so they will understand. Okay, one more thing. It is very abstract, okay? It is very random. I can make it in a sequence, but yeah. So the other thing is saying excuse me. It is important when you want to talk with someone like older or more senior than you, or when you really need to interrupt. Saying excuse me is really make a difference rather than just like merging in and say something. It's very impolite. To say excuse me, it is very basic. Continuing about the treat others with respect. So here's the condition, okay? Some people never request or ask for you to respect them. But if you respect them, it is a very certain thing that they will more than glad to give you their respect. So yeah, keep that in mind, especially for people who just like don't care. Usually it was for people who don't care about anything. And the other thing that I still remember until now is about holding a door. So it is like a basic manner that if you want to enter a room, right, and then there's a person that there are people behind you who also want to enter the room, it is like a common manner to hold the door for them, so they let them go in first. And I have this one experience that one day I want to enter a room, and then behind me I know that there are two girls, right? So I decided I open the door for them and I stand behind the door. And normally at that point some people will just go through and say thank you, right? But at that time the two girls is like just standing there looking at me like what the fuck, like that kind of scene. And then I say go in first, and then they realize like, oh okay, and then he come in. I still remember because it is like a very bad experience. Like, do they never treat it like that by other person? Is manner really like that rare these days until they are like confused what to do when faced with that kind of manner? And one thing that sucks for me is sometimes being gentleman, not gentleman, but just like using manner and being polite is look like you're flirting, which is not, because it is a different thing between flirting and being polite. And also, can you be patient? So here, it is about swearing. So I have to admit that I swear a lot. I mean a lot. Even in this channel I also swear. And in real life I swear more than on this channel. But there is time and place for everything. Like I swear a lot when I was joking with my friend and those kind of things. But on formal occasion, I really watch my tongue. But there are some people who really don't know time and place, and like they're still using the bad words and keep on swearing even on formal occasion. So yeah, keep that in mind too. And one more thing, that a lot of people really gossip and really talk shit about others. What I want to say is, if you can't say a good thing, just don't say anything. It's better to keep silent rather than saying shit about someone. Because most of the time, saying shit about someone only make yourself look shite yourself. And so yeah, I guess that's all from me for today's video. Thank you for coming back to the channel and watching this video. And please give a like. And in the comment section give me some comment. Criticize me for anything, or maybe give me some suggestion what do you want to see or talk about. Because I'm not a natural born speaker. I cannot speak a lot like other people, but at least I can make a topic out of nothing. But yeah, if I have to make a speech like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I definitely can't, without any specific topic. But yeah, I guess that's all from me for today. Thank you, and John Rick out. Another point. Be nice to everyone, because you don't know what hell do other people have to face. Because maybe what you think is hell, they will say that, dude, your hell is too damn cold. And if you're talking with someone and that person is looks like they don't like the topic, just change the topic. Don't force someone to speak what they don't like. And the perfect example is, if you're a person who can spend money a lot in one day, just don't talk about spending money a lot to someone who really have to work their ass off just to get some food to eat. Yeah, that's for basic, and thank you.